Hello again folks and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest VIII. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we had not succeeded in helping out the abbot, which is sadness. We are just going to swap around Jessica and Angelo because I'm smart like that. Anyways, and I had decided to do a little bit of grinding to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with Angelo, and by extension kind of to the rest of the party. Hear me out. So Angelo, I had actually started going into attributes. I had started going into the swords trait, and I think I'm going to only go up to the point where he learns like one particular skill, and then have him go not clubs, staves and charisma. I think. Haven't 100% decided yet, because having two spellcasters is great. Angelo is not a very offensive spellcaster. He does have some pretty decent magic spells though, because he is in fact a, well, cleric-like character. Has a bunch of healy stuff, utilitarian stuff, but his battle spells are more buffs, and whoosh, which is the wind spell that attacks multiple enemies. It's not as strong in this game, but he will get an upgraded form of it soon-ish. I gave him some charisma, which gave him squelch. Jessica still doesn't have anything much new. I'm trying to remember exactly what I did. I did a lot of grinding last night. Darius I upgraded to the point where his swords can critically hit more often. And Yangus, I really don't remember what I did. I apologize. But anyways, I was pretty much grinding with the metal slimes. But what I'm thinking about doing when it comes to the hero is delving him like 12 points into spear, because there's a very important skill if I want to grind more easily later on. Why am I walking to Simpleton? Oh, so I made some progress in doing some stuff. First off, with a bandana and one of those bunny tails, I actually made Jessica a better helmet. A pair of bunny ears. Don't ask me why that's better than most helmets, but she is magey character. Let's put it that way. And the what was it? Combination made boxer shorts. This has to have another use later on in the game. Shut up, phone. One that I do not know yet. And I did go and beat up that knight over there, which drops a copper monster coin. For now, I don't remember the reason for the copper monster coins. I just remember them being worth pretty good amount of money if you want to just sell them. Why didn't I just start from over here? I don't know. Yeah, one of the harder things to decide in this game is figuring out what it is that you're going to do with your characters. Because most of the different weapons are viable. And I say most lightly, if only because, you know, it's just hard to decide. Also, she did learn Crackle, which is a great spell. I think it's also an expensive spell though, so it's going to be something I probably don't use that often. No, only 5. Okay. There's things we'll do to get around that. Fork in the road. Oh. Interesting. Well, let's go this way then. One of the greatest things about this map is just being able to go, oh yes, I hadn't gone this way yet. Oh, more dealings. Pardon the yawning. Let's see, Angelo, whoosh. Are you effective with Crackle? I really haven't gone into what Angelo is good with, and that is because he's a very cleric-y character. A lot of healy stuff, a lot of status effecty stuff. Alright, let me just pop on in his attribute stuff. He is very down the middle of the road. Like, if Youngus and Darius are more going to be the powerhouses of the party, physically, while Jessica is going to be the, spellcaster. Angelo is definitely middle of the road. Yeah. Offensively, he is probably going to be better off if I were to get him to learn swords, especially seeing as the sword's final skill for Angelo is really good, really goddamn good. His stave skills are kind of like Jessica's, I think. It's been a hot tick. No, Jessica's is a lot of buffs and debuffs with the Caduceus skill, whereas Angelo's is more draining, bounce, and an instant death spell, as well as a oomph, which is really nice. His charisma stuff is once again, hello, as Kanta Castle. I'll check that out. And his charisma stuff is a whole lot of status ailments, which ain't that bad of a thing when it comes to this game. A whole lot of games really kind of drop the ball when it comes to status ailments. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna have you swoosh. I'm just gonna have you attack. Girl. Also, one of the big differences between the sword skills of the hero and Angelo is that, much like Dragon Quest II's cleric-y character, all the swords that Angelo will use are going to be more based upon the rapier. Ah, sweet. Mid-heal. Alright, so if I up sword right now, it's not going to do much. But it will put us very close to the next sword skill, which will be Falcon Slash. If I put it into Courage, I'll definitely not get anything for the now. Nah, we'll go swords. Ah, yes, another cow patch. Exactly what we needed. So, important thing I'm also going to point out. I will, at one point, hyperfixate on trying to get the best equipment, because not post-game, but near end-game of this, he's hard. Sweet. This is a feathered cap. I made it via by taking a leather hat and a chimera wing, and honestly, it's not that bad of a piece of equipment. And I will make another one so that we can equip it on someone else. I think it also might be another one of those items where it's like really good to sell. Let's see, 62, 70. Yeah, let's give that to Angelo. Yeah, don't quote me on the better item thing, better selling thing. Jargon. But yeah, I will at some point hyperfixate on simply collecting the best of items, and some of that's going to involve fighting a load of a particular enemy. Because each enemy has two different items that they can drop. A regular item and a rare chance item. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted Yangus to have the skills that he does. Yes, thank you. Because it's essentially more of a chance of getting those better items. See if they can just deal with these slimes. Nearly one shot in the Jargons. As long as it doesn't kill them. You can steal stuff and also get the drop at the same time, which would be ridiculous, but we're talking like I think the highest stat or highest chance of something dropping that I've looked in this book for is like 2%. And yes, these are new guys. Just regular attack. I really probably should focus on that Pied Piper. Pan Piper. But the brownies can hurt because psyching up. Pan Piper. Smack him. I already can't wait until I get a better sword for Darius. But yeah, we'll hyperfixate on stealing stuff at some point simply because that added chance of dropping would be great. And it's gonna be on enemies that are... Oh man, are you outside of the bounds of the town? Oh, we don't often get travelers all the way out here. Are you on the way to the castle? Yes. I don't want to interfere, but you really shouldn't bother going to the castle. It'll be a wasted journey. Sir, you're out here with Pan Pipers. Are you to be trusted? Let's see. We'll have Jessica and you focus on the other group. But yeah, I think the most I've read through the guide that for chances of dropping stuff is 2%. With it only getting worse from there. So while the steel sickles might have... Well, alright then. While the steel sickle and the stainless steel sickle have like 1/4 and 1/2 of the chance of that item getting quote-unquote dropped. That's still better chances than if I were to simply, you know, keep slaying the same enemy over and over and over and over again. But that's not really going to become the true tactic, as it were, until much later in the game anyways. Look at my tongue. Okay. Could have sworn we could have gotten some wool or something from the sheep. Cozy. Ooh. Hey, silk robe. Hey, mini medal. My granddaughter Emma works as a maid at the castle. She's a lovely, hardworking girl. Not been able to take a holiday for these past 2 years now. I do miss her visits. When you come to the castle, just follow the path to the east and you'll come to it eventually. There's a nice little hovel. I'm still just on the fence about how it is I want to... How I want to stat out Angelo, though. Oh, they split it up weird that time. Okay. Let's again, Angelo's... Already got some spellcasting under his belt, but more spellcasting would be good. And if I give him staves as a skill, they'll only become better. Well, okay, I say it will become better. He'll get more MP and he will get some more buff skills. Which I suppose buffing skills would be best for him. Not to mention the penultimate thing for staves is MP healing, which essentially just allows him to... Which allows him to... Wait, I already had a giant mallet, so 2 giant mallets. Which allows him to regain 1 to 10 MP per turn of combat. There we go. I was trying to find a milk forever. Don't ask me why. Milk. The cow forever. Speaking of, though... Another feathered cap. Again, if the feather cap is as good as I recall it being for selling shit, maybe I'll invest in that. But with some milk, and where is it? That powder. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna make some cheese, and we can use the cheese in conjunction with other stuff in order to make other things. Alright, who to give the hat to? Give it to the youngest. And then we'll put this turban back in the bag. I need to remind myself to clear out my bag every so often. Ooh. Hello. The rest of our chapel, today is a religious holiday. We usually accept a small donation for our beds, but tonight you stay for free. Sure. Rather basic, but I trust you will rest well.
Angelo, you look like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders. Maybe it would help to get it off your chest, hmm? Not that I want to force you, mind.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe things will never be right between us. Marcello, will never forgive me. If only we didn't share common blood, I'm sure we'd get along fine. Abbot Francisco was always well known around these parts for his benevolence. He'd often take in children who had nowhere else to go. And I was one of them. My parents were well off, part of the aristocracy. But then they both died. All of a sudden, I was left with no family and no money. The Abbey was the only place I could go.
You're new here, aren't you? Are you here to join the brothers? Have you come all on your own? Oh, you must be exhausted. Where are your things? Is that all you've got?
My mummy and daddy died, so I don't have many things, and I don't have anywhere else to go.
You sound a lot like me. But there's no need to worry. Abbot Francisco and all of us will be your family from now on.
But...
Let's go and find the abbot. Come on now, don't cry. Why don't you tell me your name?
Angelo.
You! So you're Angelo. Leave. I want you to leave. You... leave and never come back. I don't ever want to see you again. So you're intent on ruining this life for me as well, are you?
Marcello was the golden boy of the Abbey. He studied hard and had a bright future ahead of him. But when it came to me, his attitude wasn't so positive.
I'm so sorry, child. I'm sad to say I heard that little exchange. It's so unlike Marcello to act like that. I just don't understand. Ah, I see. I always knew he had a half-brother. That's you, isn't it? You're Angelo. Well, they say time heals all wounds. Let's hope your living here will make everything all right. Now, come along with me. From today onwards, this will be your home. Why don't I introduce you to everyone?
Not long after that, I heard the full story for the first time. About how I had a half-brother who was born from an affair between my father and one of the maids. And that was Marcello. If I hadn't been born, he'd have been next in line to my father. But when I was born, Marcello and his mother were thrown out of the house with nothing to their names. She died soon afterwards. He had no one. So he ended up at the Abbey, hating me and my father for all those years. Quite a bombshell, don't you think? I was so young and innocent then, too. The whole thing hurt more than you can imagine. Still, c'est la vie. My father got off lightly. He did just what he wanted and then died, and left me to take the consequences. I'm the only one left for Marcello to hate now. In a way, I can't say I blame him, and it was probably good that we lived together. At least it gave him someone to take it all out on. It certainly added a bit of spice to the humdrum life at Myella Abbey, anyway.
Angelo, I'm so...
This story's gone on long enough. Look, it's nearly daybreak.
Wait!
I legit forgot what I was talking about. Let's do a quick save. Maybe we can get to the castle before too long. Got a phone. What am I, level 18 now, I believe? Yeah, all the weapons are viable in their own way. It's just that more of them are some of them are more viable than the other ones. Like, yeah, some of the stuff that the boomerang can do are fan-freaking-tastic, but I'd rather have the skills of that's in the swords or the spears. Maybe that's what I'll do. Later on, when I go power leveling, I'll do more spear stuff. Ooh, heal slimes. Give those guys a good bonking. Think they should be, yeah. Damn, my whole 3 damage. I forget what it'd be. There should be a variation of the brownie slash hammer hoods somewhere that have 2 turns that they can take, which can hurt. But yeah, I mostly went with swords for Angelo at the moment simply because it's a better offensive option. I'd rather not have him, Slime Knights. I'd rather not have him also have the same skills as, Darius. But I keep on forgetting that just because they're both swords doesn't mean that they'll both have the best swords. The best sword in the game. Although I don't know whether or not it is possible to get more of one of them. It's been a while. And if we can, it's one of those I gotta super grind a particular enemy for it. And again, that can be really annoying, like. Ooh, you start appearing. So for those of you that have seen my playthrough of Dragon Quest Monsters, that guy is a Jum. I think we'll see his friends. I'm kind of hoping we'll see his friends. Actually, no. Kind of hope we don't see his friends. Because they can hurt if they're all in the same party. Flame strike. Crackle. Oh, stop buffing yourself. Thank you. Oh, Slime Knight dropped a pair of slime earrings. Forget whether or not those are good. Added defense of 4. Actually, wait, what's the defense of the bracer? I think the defense of the bracer is like 5. Wait, you what? No, it is also 4. Alright. It's not like they show up on the character, but still. This is like a chill walk down the road and 2 jumps. Passage. I'm a little leery about seeing the jumps. Because if they combine to the combine with a jump and bow, that's gonna be a bad time. Yeah, just a regular attack all around. Bonk. So, the gems do have a good... Alright then. 5, 7... Good stats increase. Jessica in general is going to be our fastest character, I think. Let's see, if I go... Ooh. But if I go sex appeal... keep on doing this. I'm gonna go staves. Because the next thing for staves is a plus 50 to MP. I don't know if that's a stack with the previous plus 20 to MP, or if it's just a superseding sort of thing. Ooh, another cow. First though. Bum 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 bum. A piece of plain cheese. Well, even common items have the power to impress when they're homemade. Alright, we'll return to the money grind of the special medicines for the now. I don't terribly mind the grind. Son of a bitch. Oh, excuse me. Just crack this time. Yeah. Single target, crack. Multiple, crackle. That probably might hurt, though. Never mind. Not sure what to do with just... Again, generally speaking... Hey... We're going to get just enough skill points for every character. If I were to max level, to max out 2 skills... Considering how focused I'm going to be with Jessica when it comes to staves and sex appeal, that's going to be harder to decide. And crackle.